If you're watching this video, you're either broke or lonely. Maybe both. Now I'm going to be straight. It's no one else's fault but yours. Now, I don't want you to go off into the comments and start responding emotionally. Instead, I invite you to watch this video all the way through so I can share with you some reasons as to how and why you got yourself in this situation. You see, when you get all of these principles lined up, things start to fall into place. I'm talking the money, your social life, the women. So stay with me and take it all on board and apply it. And maybe you'll start to see a shift in what's going on in your life right now. Okay, let's look at why you're broke. Now, you're broke not because of your boss. You're broke not because of the economical situation, the Labour Party, the Biden administration, the Trump administration. You're not broke because you weren't born into wealth. You're broke because you trade your time for money. You're broke because you're waiting around for permission to succeed. You're broke because you've probably got a bit too comfortable where you are right now. See, wealth is about leverage. You have to learn a high income skill that solves an expensive problem to leverage. When was the last time you networked? When was the last time you put yourself in a stable full of stallions? Or are you just caught in this rut of hanging around the stable full of donkeys that are quite happy to sit around and gossip all day? Now let's look at why you're lonely. It's for the same reason, isn't it? You sit around waiting for permission, thinking that one day something will land in your lap. Going to the same places week in, week out, hoping for a different outcome. Going to the Red Lion, expecting the woman of your dreams to walk through this weekend. Well, if she hasn't done in the last 5 or 6 years, what the hell makes you think that she's going to walk in the door this week? Let me ask yourself, when was the last time you deliberately put effort into this area of your life? When was the last time you deliberately worked on your style? Deliberately worked on your confidence? Deliberately went out there to try and meet someone new? You're expecting it just to land in your lap. The world doesn't really work like that. Look, I work with high-level clients that have real wealth. Okay? They have top-tier lifestyle. They have magnetic social circles. And you know the one thing they all have in common? They don't make excuses. Right? So at some point in their life, they realize it's a waste of time to make excuses. So they play on the offense. They don't sit around in defense all the time. Right? Making excuses. You see, the way that you do anything is the way that you do everything. If your social life is weak, your money's weak. If your money's weak, your confidence weak. So what's it got to take for you to stop being a failure? Winners don't make excuses. You're losing because you're waiting. And winners, they don't wait. They build. They execute. They put themselves in environments that force themselves to level up.
All right, let's get tactical here. Okay.
Right. Number one is going to be upgrade your
Right. There's no point us just sitting around talking about this stuff. Let's actually put some action into this. So number one is upgrade your social circle. Take a look around. Take a look around. If everyone is broke, if all of your friends are broke, you're going to be broke. It's as simple as that. Remember earlier I said, do you want to run with the stallions or do you want to sit around with the donkeys? Okay? Let's think about it. Who are the wealthiest people that we know? Who's doing interesting things? How do we get access to them? Right? Make a list. There's probably people in your phone book right now, right, that you can think of. Make a list of 5 people that are high income earners or doing really cool and interesting things. Let's write it down. We're done being broke now. Number 2 is master a high value skill. Where's the money? Where's the money at? Right? What do you need to learn? Do you need to learn sales? Do you need to learn marketing, branding? Right? If you're a bit lost as to where to start, follow the trail of money. Who are the people that seem to be the high income earners? You've made a list of those people from step 1, right? Now, how can we get close to them? How can we absorb a bit of that information that they know, their skill, right? You've got to master a high value skill. You've got to increase your level of income. Number 3 is you've got to build that magnetic social presence. Now, the funny thing is, a lot of my clients, when I meet them, the first thing I ask them is, are you on Instagram? And 90% of them say no. See, what you're missing out here, guys, is the game in the sky. You have to learn the game on the ground, the networking, the socializing, and all that kind of stuff. But you've got to also master the game in the sky. You can't appear to have a fruitful social life online if you're not having one offline, right? But you have to get the marriage between the two working in your favor. And take it from me, guys, like social media is something you cannot ignore. Think of it as a phone book on steroids. It expands your social reach. You appear more on the social graph. You're a node in so many more networks in the sky than you are on the ground. So don't care what your hunch is about social media, right? Get on it and execute. Okay, number 4 is get yourself out of your comfort zone. Now, the reason why you don't go for that business deal is the same reason why you won't approach a beautiful woman. You see, it's all fear related. So you can start small every single day, right? I always give the example of when I'm walking down the high street. I can leave the house tomorrow morning. I'm going to go on the high street just to get a cup of coffee, right? But in doing so, I'm going to make sure I have an interaction with 3 or 4 people. Nothing major. Maybe asking for directions, maybe complimenting someone's snazzy trainers, whatever. You are the best to judge of what would be out of your comfort zone. But if you're starting from 0, there you go. That's a great start. So always look to do 10% more than what you did yesterday. Try to beat the shitty person that you were yesterday. It's not about getting a phone number, getting a date, getting your leg over. It's about beating yourself. Here's my challenge to you. Over the next 7 days, I want you to go out there, and every single day, I want you to do something outside of your comfort zone. Whether it's approaching a beautiful woman, paying someone a compliment, heck, even asking for someone's directions, whatever it is, I want you to really push yourself to your limit. Now, when those 7 days are up, I want you to come back here and I want you to post in the comments what you got up to and what your experience was. Now, remember, guys, when you do this, it creates momentum. With movement, creates momentum. And when you've got momentum, you'll have the respect and the women chasing you. Now, if you enjoyed this video and you want to have more advice from me or work with me in person, I've got my 7-day program here in London, or we've got the Impactful Connection Workshop, or we've got my private members community. All of the links are going to be in the description below, or you can find them on the website, johnnycassell.com.
I'll see you on the other side, guys.